Who can you claim on your tax return as a dependent? Let's dive in. You have two types of dependents. You have a qualifying child or a qualifying relative, according to the Internal Revenue Code publication 501. First of all, before you can claim anyone as a dependent on your tax return, you have to meet some condition. That person cannot be the dependent of someone else. For instance, if I have someone, I claim my kids on my tax return as my dependents, no one can claim me as a dependent, right? And the kids that I claim cannot be married or filing a joint return. That's the second condition. And third, they have to be an American citizens or a citizens of Canada or Mexico, right? Now, let's dive in for the qualifying child. Anyone that is not a qualifying child and meet the condition of qualifying relatives, the the most difference between a qualifying child and a qualifying relative is the benefits you can have. You can be entitled if you meet the other conditions, or if you meet the income limitation. Anyway, for a qualifying child, you can be eligible for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, dependent care credit, and adoption credit, or additional tax child credit. Now, for someone to be your qualifying child, that person has to be, or that child has to be under the age of 19. Or it can be under the age of 24, but the caveat is it has to be a full-time student. Full-time student is determined differently by the hours. What other credits, how many hours, you can see all those if you dive in publication 501. Now, the qualifying child has to be related to you by blood, marriage, or adoption. All right, let's look at who can be a qualifying child. It could be your son, your daughter, your stepson, your stepdaughter, or it could be your brother, your sister, your half brother or half sister. Could be your grandchild, your niece or nephews. Bear in mind, there's no cousin here. Don't call me and ask me every year I get that. My cousin, that. No. Now, can a cousin fall into a qualifying relative? Yes, but will not, provided your cousin meet all the requirements, but not related to you. It doesn't fall within the relationship as prescribed by the Internal Revenue Publication 501. You will not be able to claim the same benefits as a qualifying child. Now, there's also a residency test. And we get this question, most tax professional, I'm sure you get this question every year. I have somebody living abroad, can that person be claim on my tax return, and can I claim benefits for that person? Well, there must be a test. That person has to meet the residency test, meaning to be a qualifying child, especially for earned income tax credit, your child must live in the same home with you in the United States for more than half of the year. 6 months plus 1 day, more than half of the year. Any states, that person can be in a military base, also still be qualified. Also, if you have any child that are away from home on campus to colleges, the IRS view this as what they call a temporary absence. They still meet the residency test. Also, if you have someone, a child that is a juvenile facility, it falls within the temporary absence. You still can claim that person because it still meet the test of residency. All right. So next time I will bring to you the difference between a refundable credit and a non-refundable credit. And for a qualifying child, what are the different type of credits and how much and based on what type of income you can claim those credits. This is JD, your favorite CPA. If you didn't know, now you know. Like, share, and subscribe.